quítate
And
orejas.
also one of those insane kids that took 5 honors classes, so thank you. But I do want to say to everybody, thank you all for coming by and having us all rejoice in this moment together. You know, I know none of us would want to celebrate it by ourselves, so it's really good to see everybody here. And I just want to share a little bit of a story about myself to you guys, just so you can kind of get an idea of how much college has changed me in general. So after I graduated high school, I really had no idea what I wanted to do. I knew I was a smart kid, you know, I could read a book, get it in 2 seconds. Me and the teacher always had back and forths, but I wasn't really dedicated to my education the way I was supposed to be. And I had a really skewed perception of what school was supposed to be for someone becoming an adolescent. So when the time came to talk to my parents about what I was going to do with school, I told them, you know what, I'm just going to go to Hudson. It's just extra 2 years of high school, get my degree, and go to a good school. That's what I thought at first. And then once I actually served my time here, I realized how far from the truth that could have been. Because if I hadn't come here, my mind would be nowhere near as illuminated as it has been so far. And that's just not because of the teachers, but because all the differences of opinions and everything I've gotten to hear from my fellow classmates in these honors classes throughout the last 2 semesters. So that's just one story of how you guys can know that college actually is good, and not just any college, but community college. You know, we're all here together. We're all soldiers of the same struggle, I like to say. All right. We're all fighting an uphill battle against a lot of these 4-year institutions and things like that. So we have something to prove to these guys. We got to let them know that we're smart too. So that's one thing that's right. So that's why I've always, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But now that I actually showed my appreciation to Hudson, I want to actually go a little bit deeper and talk about the honors program itself, because that's why we're all here today. And I got to say that, you know, the questionnaire that you guys asked in 5 words describe the honors program, and I will say an illumination beyond all measure. Because honestly, I could go to any class and learn sociology a certain way, or you know, learn English composition or history a certain way, but if you don't have everybody in the room invested, if you don't have the teacher invested, if you don't have every single student in there that actually wants to learn and share ideas and discuss things, then you're not really learning that way. Because it's not just learning what's in the book, it's learning how other people react to it as well. And that's one thing I got to really be grateful to the honors program for, because, I mean, the teachers knew. The teachers knew we were there ready to learn. And it's not that we're smarter than anybody, because we're not. You know, it's just that we work harder. It's that we accepted the challenge. We said, you know what, we want this, and we're going to do whatever we got to do to get it. And that's what separated us in this room here from everybody else that finished school. All right? We're the ones that took the extra effort. We killed ourselves, put in an extra 6 hours, God knows how many hours, just to make our teachers happy so they wouldn't think that we're lazy. You know, we made the effort. And I got to say that, and I do want to thank a few people individually as well, because you guys did give me a lot of gifts that I'm going to take with me the rest of my life. I'm going to start off with thanking Professor Feliz and Wexler. I had you guys last semester. I didn't get a chance to come because I was late. But I got to say, you guys, you started it all. You got the ball rolling for me. I was already in Hudson, but I got to say, like, once I really got to see like how different the honors program was and really what it was about, it made me that much more interested in not just learning, but becoming an active member as well, trying to become a leader amongst the students and making sure that everybody's on pace. And then I also want to thank Professor Acevedo and Professor Tecca and Professor Tompkins, who I had this semester, and I think Tecca and Tompkins couldn't make it today. But you got, like, every professor as well. You know, I don't want to slight anybody, because you could see, even without me knowing any professors here, you could see that you guys walk with a purpose. You could see that you guys are truly diligent in making sure that everybody's mind is enlightened. Not just the head of the class, not just, you know, the one kid that, you know, for some reason you can't catch up. No, you care about everybody equally. So I do have to say that we do realize that as students, and we do appreciate that from you guys, because without your effort, it's just a doomed effort from the beginning. And I do want to thank Professor White as well, because she's the evil mastermind behind the whole thing. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to something that actually will look good when I do want to transfer to another institution. You know, it gives me something to be proud of. And just like President Gaber said, I'm sorry if I killed your name, I'm sorry, but just like he said, you know, you always want to set a high expectation, but more importantly than that is don't rest on your laurels either. Like, yeah, we're celebrating, we got this done, we made it, but this is only the beginning. And you guys are all smart, right? You should know that. This is the beginning. We're honest kids. You should know this by now. So this is only the first step, and I know it's not going to get easier from here. You know, a lot of us do have aspirations, and that is really good. You know, I do want everybody here in this room to really visualize and make real the dreams that they see for themselves. But the one thing that I guess you guys can take away from me, if it means anything at all, is don't ever give yourself a reason to say like, oh, I've done enough. You know, because if that was the case, After my first semester, I would have said, oh, I did enough, I got straight A's, I have 4.0 GPA, I don't need an honors class. It's pointless. I got a good GPA for it. So, by continuing to push yourself, that's the only way you get better. If you stay in that comfort zone, then you're never going to grow. And I always tell people, I know my friend here knows it very well, when you're uncomfortable, you're learning. So you should always want to strive for that uncomfortability to make yourself a better person. And I feel like the honors program not only embodied that, by doing the uncomfortable things, by having these discussions and talking about the things that normal classes, quite frankly, just don't want to do. By pushing that envelope every time, I feel like it's made us all better people, but don't think that's a reason to slack off, alright? Because you still got to keep going. And with all that being said, guys, thank you very much for giving me the time to speak to you, alright?
That's why I love honors.